Chapter 1. Why 30 Days Can Transform Your Life. Every great change starts with a small decision, and sometimes that decision is as simple as this. For the next 30 days, I will become the best version of myself. Jim Rohn once said, "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." That's the power of 30 days. It's not magic, it's momentum. In just 30 days, you can rewire a habit, rebuild your confidence, reclaim your discipline, and realign your life. But why 30? Because it's long enough to stretch you, but short enough to commit. Anyone can do something for 30 days, even if you've failed before, even if your life feels stuck, even if you think change is hard. Change isn't hard. Staying the same is. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Michael was 52 years old. He worked in logistics and had been doing the same thing for over 2 decades. His days looked the same. His energy was low. His goals? Forgotten? One evening, scrolling on YouTube, he stumbled upon a video titled, "You Are One Habit Away from a New Life." It hit him, not like motivation, like conviction. The next morning, Michael wrote 3 words on a sticky note: 30-day challenge. He committed to wake up at 6 a.m., walk 30 minutes, write 5 sentences in a journal, no sugar, read 10 pages. By day 10, he felt different. By day 20, his co-workers noticed. By day 30, he no longer recognized the man in the mirror, in the best way. All it took was one decision. So why can 30 days transform your life? Because you start proving something to yourself. That you are in control. That you're not too old, too tired, too late. That you're capable of growth at any age. Most people don't need more time. They need more focus. They don't need a new year. They need a new mindset. 30 days gives you a container, a challenge, a runway. It removes the pressure of forever and replaces it with for now. And in that short burst of intentional living, something amazing happens. You get a taste of the person you were meant to be. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop identifying with your past. You start living on purpose. Because transformation doesn't take years. It takes a pattern, a decision, and 30 days of action. You don't need more motivation. You need a challenge, so take it. Start today. And let the next 30 days become the foundation of the next 30 years. Chapter 2. Design your future self. If you don't design your future, someone else will. Jim Rohn said, "If you don't plan your own life, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much." Your future self is not a stranger. It's the version of you waiting to be activated. Most people drift into the future. Winners design it. So before the next 30 days begin, you must ask, who do I want to become? Not just what you want to do. Not what you want to have. Who do you want to be? The kind of person who finishes what they start. Who keeps their word? Who leads with courage and clarity? Who lives with discipline and peace? Because results don't start with action. They start with identity. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Sarah was 47, recently divorced and feeling invisible. She had spent so much time being someone for everyone else, a mother, a wife, an assistant, that she forgot who she was. One night, after journaling in tears, she wrote this: "I don't want to survive anymore. I want to shine." The next day, she created a vision board, not with yachts or Lamborghinis, but with words: respected, strong, joyful, fit, focused. That vision became her compass. Each decision asked, "Is this what the future me would do?" 30 days later, she had new routines. 90 days later, she had new energy. 1 year later, she had a new life. It all started with a new self-image. To design your future self, follow these 3 steps. 1. Get clear on your values. What truly matters to you? Freedom, health, integrity, spirituality, growth. Your values are your blueprint. 2. Define your identity with "I am." Statements: I am a finisher. I am disciplined. I am a creator. I am unstoppable. Your mind listens. Speak power into your becoming. 3. Visualize daily. Every morning, close your eyes and see how you walk, how you talk, how you solve problems, how you carry yourself. See it, feel it, become it. You're not your past. You're not your mistakes. You're not your job title. You are who you decide to be next. And when your vision is strong, your excuses get weak. Don't live your life reacting. Design it, lead it, build it. Because the future you is waiting. And they're counting on you to show up. Chapter 3. Break old habits to make room for growth. Before you can rise, you must release. Before you can build, you must break. Jim Rohn said, "Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Lack of discipline inevitably leads to failure. But discipline isn't just about doing more. Sometimes it's about stopping what's holding you back. Old habits are like weeds. If you don't pull them out, they choke the seeds of progress." The problem isn't always that we're not doing enough. It's that we're doing too much of the wrong thing. So ask yourself, what's stealing your time? What's draining your energy? What's weakening your confidence? Because until you break the cycle, you can't break through. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Daniel was 58 and a mid-level executive. On the surface, he was successful. But every night, he came home exhausted, collapsed on the couch, and binged Netflix until midnight. He told himself, "I deserve this." But inside, he knew. He was numbing, not resting. One day, a friend asked him, "What if your comfort is costing you your future?" That question stuck. The next week, Daniel made a bold move. He unplugged the TV, moved his phone charger out of the bedroom, replaced late-night scrolling with reading. The first few days were uncomfortable, but by the end of week 1, he felt more alive. By the end of the month, he was writing again. By the end of the year, he had started a coaching side business, all because he stopped numbing and started living. If you want to grow, start by subtracting. Here's how. 1. Identify your toxic patterns. Write a list of habits that waste your time, erode your health, drain your self-esteem. Awareness is the first strike. 2. Replace. Don't just remove habits, are hard to kill in a vacuum. You must replace them with something meaningful. Replace scrolling with stretching. Replace sugar with hydration. Replace complaining with journaling. Nature hates a vacuum. Fill the gap with power. 3. Set triggers and boundaries. Make it harder to fall into old cycles. Use app timers, clean your workspace, set bedtime alarms. Discipline is easier when your environment supports it. 4. Track your patterns, celebrate your breakthroughs. Even if you slip up, don't quit. Track your wins. Celebrate each day you chose better. Momentum builds with recognition. Here's the truth. You can't upgrade your life with yesterday's behavior. Growth requires subtraction. The path to your next level may not be adding more. It may be letting go. Let go of distraction. Let go of excuses. Let go of who you were. Because space creates possibility. And clarity comes when the clutter is gone. Break the habit. Free the future. The real you is waiting underneath the noise. Chapter 4. Build new habits that shape your identity. Your habits don't just shape your day, they shape your destiny. Jim Rohn said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." Habits are not just actions, they are votes for the person you want to become. Each time you go for a walk, choose a book over the TV, say no to sugar, get up on the first alarm, you are casting a vote for your future self. It's not about perfection, it's about identity. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And those systems? They are built one habit at a time. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Linda was 44, working in customer service, and constantly overwhelmed. Every morning was chaos. Snooze buttons, skipped breakfast, late emails. One night, while journaling, she wrote, "I don't want to be reactive. I want to be intentional." She created one habit: wake up 30 minutes earlier and stretch for 5 minutes. Just one. After 3 days, she felt proud. After 1 week, she added 10 minutes of reading. After 1 month, her mornings became her superpower. That one habit changed her mood, her focus, and eventually her promotion. Because new identity always starts with small, consistent proof. To build habits that shape your identity, follow this framework. 1. Start tiny. Stay consistent. Don't start with work out 1 hour. Start with put on your shoes and step outside. Make it laughably small. Consistency builds confidence. 2. Anchor to a cue. Attach your new habit to something that already happens. After I brush my teeth, I journal 1 sentence. After I pour coffee, I read a page. Cues create automaticity. 3. Track visibly. Use a habit tracker. Put an X on a calendar. Use an app. Make it visible. What gets tracked gets reinforced. 4. Reward immediately. Celebrate the action, not the outcome. Smile. Say, "I'm proud of me." Play your favorite song. Emotion seals behavior. 5. Stack. Slowly. Once your tiny habit feels natural, add another. Stack new identity, brick by brick. The secret to lasting change isn't willpower, it's identity alignment. When your habits reflect the person you want to be, you no longer chase success. You embody it. You become the kind of person who moves daily, learns consistently, speaks kindly, acts intentionally. It doesn't take massive change, just repeated, small acts of alignment. You don't need a total reset. You need a daily reminder. Build habits. Build identity. Build a future you're proud of. Chapter 5. Master your daily schedule. Like a pro. A successful life is built one well-structured day at a time. Jim Rohn said, "Either you run the day, or the day runs you." And most people? They wake up and go into reaction mode, checking emails, scrolling social media, responding to noise. But high performers? They design their day before it begins. They don't just have goals, they have structure. Your schedule is your scoreboard. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Jason, 49, ran a small business and felt like he was always on. No time to think, no breaks, constant stress. He started tracking his time and was shocked. 2 hours on emails, 90 minutes on social media, 45 minutes in pointless meetings. He wasn't out of time. He was out of focus. So he rebuilt his day from the ground up. 6 a.m. Morning routine. Journal, stretch, read. 7 to 8 a.m. Deep work. 10 a.m. Calls and emails. 12 p.m. Walk plus lunch. 1 p.m. Creative time. 3 p.m. Admin. 5 p.m. Shutdown. Within 2 weeks, Jason felt in control again. Within 2 months, his business hit a new high. Structure didn't limit him. It freed him. Here's how to master your daily schedule like a pro. 1. Start the night before plan. Your top 3 priorities. Decide what time you'll wake up. Lay out your clothes. Success begins the night before. 2. Own your morning. Your first hour sets the tone. Avoid phones. Move your body. Review your vision. Ritual creates rhythm. 3. Time block. Like a CEO group. Your tasks: deep work, admin, meetings, breaks, protect your energy by batching. 4. Use alarms and transitions. Set alarms for work blocks. Use music to shift gears. Create clear start and stop times. Discipline loves cues. 5. Protect white space. Leave time to breathe, think, walk, reflect. A packed schedule is not a productive schedule. 6. End with intention. Do a quick recap. What did I complete? What did I learn? What needs to move to tomorrow? Close your day with clarity. Your calendar is a mirror. It reflects what you truly value. If you want to change your life, don't wait for the weekend or the new year. Change today. Design today. Master today. Because success isn't an event, it's a series of intentional, repeated days, and you have the power to shape each one. Master your day, and the rest will follow. Chapter 6. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and results. Dreams are beautiful, but they're worthless without discipline. Jim Rohn said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." It's easy to get excited. It's easy to start. It's even easy to plan. But without daily discipline, excitement fades and dreams die quietly. Discipline is showing up when no one's watching. Discipline is doing what's right, not what's easy. Discipline is saying yes to vision and no to impulse. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Mark was 42, a high school teacher who always dreamed of writing a novel. He started many times, bought notebooks, opened Word docs, got inspired, then quit. One day, he decided to write for just 15 minutes a day, every day. No excuses, no expectations, just show up. Week 1, he struggled. Week 2, he wrote anyway. Week 4, he found rhythm. Month 3, he finished his first draft, not because he was the most talented, but because he was the most disciplined. His secret? He didn't wait for motivation. He built a system. Here's how to build discipline that lasts. 1. Lower the barrier to begin. Don't try to be perfect, just start. Set a timer. 10 minutes. Move, write, create, reflect. Momentum beats motivation. 2. Make it non-negotiable. Treat it like brushing your teeth. You don't skip it. You don't debate it. It's part of who you are now. 3. Build a streak track your consistency. Put a mark on the calendar. Create a visual chain, and don't break it. 4. Discipline through identity. Stop saying, "I'm trying to." Start saying, "I'm the kind of person who." Identity creates accountability. 5. Expect resistance and overcome it. Discipline doesn't mean it's easy. It means you act anyway. Have a plan for low-energy days. 6. Reward the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate the reps, the showing up, the effort. That's where the magic is. Discipline is not punishment. It's the highest form of self-respect. Every time you show up, you reinforce that you're worth the effort. You're not failing because you lack talent. You're struggling because you lack consistency. And that's fixable. That's trainable. That's discipline. Remember, motivation is a mood. Discipline is a decision. Decide to show up. Decide to follow through. Decide to become some. One success can depend on Because dreams don't work. Disciplined people do. Chapter 7. Fuel your body. Sharpen your mind. Your body is the engine. Your mind is the driver. If the engine breaks down, the journey ends, no matter how clear the destination. Jim Rohn said, "Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live." You can't be mentally sharp if you're physically drained. You can't stay focused when you're always fatigued. That's why health is not a luxury. It's a leadership skill. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Erica was 55, working in real estate, and always tired. She lived on caffeine and skipped meals. Her mind felt foggy. Her energy was flat. She thought she had a motivation problem. She didn't. She had a fuel problem. After visiting a nutritionist, she made a simple shift: 3 regular meals, 8 hours of sleep, 20 minutes of walking each day. Within 10 days, she felt like a new person. Within 30 days, she closed her biggest deal in 2 years. Energy changed everything. If you want to level up your life, start by upgrading your fuel. Here's how to sharpen your body and mind. 1. Hydrate first, caffeine. Later, your brain runs on water. Start your day with 16 Oz of water, then coffee. 2. Eat to fuel, not just to satisfy. Avoid sugar spikes. Focus on protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Think brain fuel, not just taste. 3. Move. Daily movement moves energy. Walk 20 minutes, stretch 10 minutes, dance to one song. Don't exercise to punish. Move to energize. 4. Sleep. Like it's sacred, aim for 7 to 8 hours. Sleep isn't lazy, it's productive. Your brain resets, your body repairs, your mind reboots. 5. Mind what you consume. Mentally, what you feed your brain matters too. Limit news overload. Avoid toxic conversations. Read uplifting material. Mental junk food weakens clarity. 6. Breathe and reset. Use deep breaths to reset your nervous system. Try box breathing. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. Repeat 3 times. Peak performance doesn't begin with a goal, it begins with energy. And energy comes from care, from rituals, from respecting your body like the sacred vessel it is. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being powerful. When you feel strong, you act strong. When your mind is clear, your decisions are better. When your body is aligned, your mission is unstoppable. So today, choose fuel. Choose rest. Choose movement. Because when you sharpen your body, you sharpen your future. Chapter 8. Turn big dreams into daily action steps. A dream without a plan is just a wish. Jim Rohn said, "Success is steady progress toward one's personal goals." Big dreams can be inspiring, but they can also be paralyzing if they feel too far away. The secret? Break them down. Greatness is not achieved in one giant leap. It's built in tiny, consistent steps. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Lance was 60 and had always dreamed of starting a podcast. He had the passion. He had the message. But he didn't have a clue where to begin. For years, he procrastinated because it felt overwhelming. Then he met a coach who asked, "Can you commit to 15 minutes a day?" Lance agreed. Day 1, he made a list of episode ideas. Day 2, he watched a YouTube tutorial. Day 3, he wrote an intro script. Day 10, he recorded his first rough draft. Day 30, his first episode went live. He didn't start with a studio. He started with a step. Here's how to turn your big dreams into daily momentum. 1. Clarify the vision. What does success look like for you? Be specific. Write a book becomes finish a 40,000-word draft in 4 months. Get healthy becomes lose 10 pounds by walking 30 minutes daily. Clarity eliminates confusion. 2. Reverse engineer the process. Work backward from the result. Break it into phases, milestones, and micro steps. What needs to happen monthly, weekly, daily? 3. Shrink the start. Make the first action so small it feels silly not to do it. Open the laptop, create the document, walk for 5 minutes. Starting creates momentum. 4. Schedule the action. Don't leave success to chance. Put it on the calendar. When? Where? For how long? Ambition without scheduling is self-sabotage. 5. Track progress, not perfection. Use a journal or habit tracker. Celebrate wins. Learn from misses. Adjust along the way. Progress is permission to keep going. 6. Review and recommit. Weekly check your compass every 7 days. Ask, what worked? What didn't? What's the next small step? Stay in the game. Big dreams are not achieved by big effort once. They are achieved by small effort daily. Think in terms of days, not decades. Actions, not outcomes. Don't wait to be ready. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are. Use what you have. Take the next best step, because your dream is not waiting on talent. It's waiting on your calendar. Chapter 9. Use pain as fuel and protect your mind. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Everyone has pain, but only a few know how to use it. Pain can destroy you, or it can drive you. It can make you bitter, or it can make you better. The difference, what you believe about it. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. Tamara was 46 and recently lost her job of 15 years. She was devastated. Her self-worth plummeted. Her routine collapsed. Her identity shook. For 2 weeks, she didn't leave the house. Then one morning, she wrote a single sentence in her journal. "This is not how my story ends." That became her anchor. She used her pain as a signal, not a sentence. She turned her frustration into fuel. Week 1, updated her resume. Week 2, took an online course. Week 3, started freelancing. Month 2, got hired by a startup and loved it more than her old job. Pain didn't disappear. She just gave it a new purpose. Here's how to transform pain into power. 1. Name the pain. Write it down. Say it out loud. Don't avoid it. Acknowledge it. Clarity begins with honesty. 2. Reframe the meaning. Ask, what can this pain teach me? About my strength? My needs? My next chapter? Pain isn't a stop sign. It's a signal. 3. Create a ritual to release. Journal every morning. Walk in silence. Meditate or pray. Give your pain somewhere to go. 4. Protect your mind. Like a fortress guard, what you allow in. Limit negative news. Avoid toxic people. Fill your ears with wisdom. Your input shapes your resilience. 5. Shift from victim to creator. Victims say, "Why me?" Creators ask, "What now?" Step into power through perspective. 6. Use pain as a reminder. Let it remind you of what matters, of who you want to be, of what you'll never settle for again. Pain is part of your story, but it doesn't have to be your identity. Use it, grow from it, transform it, and protect your mind along the way. Because your mind is your most valuable asset, and pain, when processed with purpose, becomes your greatest teacher. You can't always choose what happens, but you can always choose what it means. So use pain wisely. Let it push you. Let it shape you. Let it remind you. You're not what happened. You are what you be. Wield next. Chapter 10. Step into your next level. The power of 30 days. You don't need a new year. You need a new level of commitment for 30 days. Jim Rohn said, "Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. You've come this far. You've clarified your vision. You've broken old habits. You've started building new ones. Now it's time to bring it all together. Because the next level of your life is waiting, and it only asks one thing: show up every day. Let's begin with a story. The following story is fictional and created to illustrate the lesson in this chapter. David, 50, had watched dozens of motivational videos. He had read self-help books, attended workshops, and taken notes. But nothing changed because he never took consistent action. Then, one day, he said, "Enough." He printed a blank calendar, titled it, "Next Level, 30 Days." He wrote 3 non-negotiables: wake up by 6 a.m., 30-minute workout, 15 minutes of journaling. He didn't wait for a Monday. He didn't wait to feel ready. He started that day. Day 1, done. Day 7, felt stronger. Day 15, got up with purpose. Day 30, said, "This is who I am now." His life didn't change from one breakthrough. It changed from 30 days of follow-through. Now it's your turn. Your next level is not found in information. It's found in transformation. Here's how to step into it. 1. Pick 3 keystone actions. Choose 3 daily actions that align with your future self. Health. Focus. Mindset. Make them simple. Make them doable. Make them powerful. 2. Set a daily time. Decide when you'll do them. Protect the time like it's sacred. 3. Track every day. Use a physical calendar, a notebook, an app. Every X builds identity. Every day builds momentum. 4. Expect discomfort. This isn't supposed to be easy. Growth feels like resistance at first. But don't stop. Stretching means you're becoming. 5. Celebrate completion. At the end of 30 days, don't just move on. Reflect. Celebrate. Ask, what did I prove? Who have I become? What's my next challenge? This is not a 30-day challenge. It's a 30-day awakening. To your power. To your potential. To the version of you that's been waiting. You don't need more time. You need more intention. And you already have everything you need to begin. So step forward. Day 1 is calling. And your next level is right on the other side. You got this. Now go make the next 30 days count.